Hey guys, welcome to Cocktail Basics with Bourboneering YouTube channel. I'm your host Austin. Let's get started. So you've seen my intro video, you've seen my video on simple syrups, you've seen my video on juices and bitters. Now let's get to the spirits. After this video, you'll be able to make your own cocktails. And after the next video, you'll be able to make them like a pro. So let's talk about spirits. All those videos, the playlist will be linked down below with all these videos in it, by the way, so you don't have to worry about it if you haven't seen it. There's no real certain order, but anyway. So these are the spirits that I consider, for my taste and what I make, your necessary bar. Now you don't need as many as I have of these, but I'll go over that. So if you want to go bare basics, really bare basics, you only need 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 of these bottles. 5, let's go 5, just to be safe. I have a few more here just to give you some more examples of what you could have. So let's start on this side. Let's get with the gin. So gin is basically vodka with botanicals, specifically juniper. I really like this one from 7-3 Distilling in New Orleans. Gentilly gin makes a great gin and tonic. Gin martini, that's what I use gin for. Very quick, find a nice gin you like. There's different styles. Some people love the London dry style, some people hate it. I know Frank, the local cocktail guy, check him out on YouTube, by the way, hates London dry type gin, but he loves 7-3. So that's what I'm going with on my gin selection, but also just a gin in general is what you need to have. When I get closer to the spirits I really like, I'm gonna get more detailed on what you should get, but I'm gonna be very broad for a few of these. So next we have a vodka. This is Wheatley vodka made by Buffalo Trace. Harlan Wheatley is the master distiller over there. So it's made from, I believe, 100% wheat. It's a good vodka. Tito's is a good vodka. Vodka is flavorless in generally. There's some craft vodkas that have a little bit of flavor that are better than others. I know Frank, the local cocktail guy, he works with JT Melick. That's a great local one, so go check that out. 3-roll I have over here. I'm sorry, wow, excuse me. Sugarfield I have over here makes a vodka that's made from sugarcane. It is delicious. I just don't have any on me right now. So vodka is good. Stoli's fine. Whatever you want to get in the vodka world, in my opinion. People are going to crucify me for that, but from my opinion, vodka is vodka. Just pick one that you kind of like. That's all I got. I'm going very similar here with tequila. There are some great craft tequila. I'm not into tequila yet. I'm getting there. And mezcal. But if you're not, you want to have maybe a few on hand, but definitely just one that you like in a margarita. And I'll give a margarita recipe later, but that is basically a sour. Just a sweetener, a citrus, and spirit. This one's Hornitas. It is añejo, so it's aged 18 months in whiskey barrels. Double aged in whiskey barrels, so it's aged in regular barrels and whiskey barrels. I like it because whiskey barrels is not a very fancy tequila. Get something you like. I don't know enough to recommend brands, but tequila is just like whiskey and just like rum. There's thousands out there. Some are way better than others for the price. Some are fancy, some are not. So that's on you. Pick one out. That's the same for all these spirits, but I can give you more of my insight getting closer to this end over here. Moving on, we got rum. I have 2 out on the table. Again, there's way more than 2. For your basic, just quick and dirty, any rum cocktail, you want a nice, clear, premium rum, a nice, unaged white rum. This is from Sugarfield. Again, local, love Sugarfield. Check them out. I also have a little funkier rum. I like funky rums. I like rum agricoles. I like Jamaican style funky rums. This is Smith & Cross from London. It's a traditional Jamaica style rum, pure pot still. It's funky, banana, delicious. I can drink this neat. I can drink this neat too. It's delicious too, but it's simple cotton candy, delicious. This is complex, funky, weird. It makes a great daiquiri. So try that as well. Play around with rums. The world of rum is as big, if not bigger, than the world of whiskey. Again, I know a little bit more about this than I do the rest of the side, but whiskey, we're getting into my territory here. Scotch. There's not that many Scotch cocktails, at least that I mess with. My favorite, I actually have a video, it came out right before Christmas. a smoky Coke. I love that with a nice Islay Scotch. Lefroy 10 is my go-to for mixing and even drinking neat when it comes to Islay Scotch. Yeah, like for mixing for a lot of Scotch cocktails where the Scotch is the main ingredient, I like going with the Monkey Shoulder, a little medium to higher end blended Scotch, rather than a nice expensive single malt. But Lefroy 10 is great for like toppers like the penicillin. I'm trying to think of other cocktails. Like I said, my smoky Coke. It's great with Lefroy, and that's why I have that out here representing all of Scotch. But Monkey Shoulder would be my recommendation for a mixer, a Scotch mixer. And then Lefroy 10 is going to be, actually Ardbeg Wee Beastie is another great one. It's actually a little bit cheaper, 5-year-old Islay Scotch. You give that smoky punch to any cocktail you're making. Moving on to the American whiskey. If you watched my earlier video, you saw me kill my Whistle Pig 6-year rye piggyback. That's my rye suggestion. That and Rittenhouse is 100 proof. I think it's 100 proof. Great ryes for mixing. Highly suggest them. I don't have them on hand because I just killed my last one, and all my other ryes are expensive. Now, use whatever whiskey you want. If you're making an old fashioned or Manhattan, the whiskey, even a sour, the whiskey really stands out. So if you want to use a nice rye and you're comfortable with that, do it. Whistle Pig 10 is great. A store pick, you can get higher than that. But let's get to bourbon now. Bourbon is a little more, is what I use mainly. Rye is more traditional. I use a lot of rye in cocktails, but bourbon is just edges it out. Been making cocktails for friends, and I don't really care that much. I'm getting a cheap bottle like Forward's a small batch that I'm mixing in. Another great mixer is 100 proof Evan Williams Bottle and Bond. It's great. My weeder go-to is Rebel Yell 100. But if I'm making something for myself, I want to go higher proof. If I'm on the cheaper end, I'm going Old Granddad 114. I really love Maker's Cast Strength in a cocktail, and an old fashioned or something like that. Just a nice whiskey punch. It's delicious. That's my spirit suggestion, y'all. I didn't go into anything like vermouth or the lower alcoholic mixers. That's going to be a whole nother video. It's going to be maybe in the same series, maybe not, but it's going to be later down the road. But that's what I got, y'all. One more video in this series. Thanks for watching, y'all. Cheers.